Justice. Music.
And I'm
Baby, I learned, baby, I won't. It's either get burned or let someone go. What you see through your eyes can not always be seen. What you feel in your heart will not always be clean. Got a mind that's grown, got a mind of routine. Are you scared of commitment? Cause it's not guaranteed. Hoping my pride will put the worst out of me. Let's push this aside and get a view of the sea. Picture a bar, nothing bizarre. Down my last drink, about to head to my car. Stopped in my tracks, inspired something unique. What a sight to behold, I need to hear how she speaks. So it's good, you probably hear that on a daily. How about I order you another Bailey? Continue conversating. Cause my name is Ant, what's yours? I didn't catch it. Channel red man, cause it's time for some action. Really dig your style, I got a place we can go. Tell me baby you're free, cause if you are then I'm sold. Yeah.
I want you to vibe with me, baby. It'll be alright with me, baby. But we can get high, see the stars in the sky. Just you and I, let the time pass us by. I just want you to vibe with me, baby. It'll be alright with me, baby. My love is innocent, genuine, infinite. I want you to vibe with me, baby. It'll be alright with me, baby. But we can get high, see the stars in the sky. Just you and I, let the time pass us by. I just want you to vibe with me, baby. It'll be alright.
All right.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. It's Chicks and Flicks on a Friday night. Y'all know what it is. Truth 5 TV on YouTube. And because I'm the co-captain of this ship, I have decided that we're going to run through all 4 stories just for y'all. Y'all been waiting for these entertainment stories. So, first on the list.
Hold on for a second.
Truthfully,
the only
you got-
reason I let her, because she said she actually going to use seasoning in her motherfucking cooking this time.
That's an inside joke. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
it is.
So, I
First-
just wanted to talk about the Me Too movement a little bit. You know, this is something that is new, but it's the problem is not new. This has been going on. Men making advances, sexual advances, verbal advances, innuendos towards women forever. I mean, they do it all day. I mistakenly got a dick video in my phone this morning at 6:30 in the morning.
It wasn't a mistake.
I'm about
It
to
was
say,
a
like, I wasn't a
Mistake
mistake.
where?
No, it was a mistake because he meant to send it to someone else.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, question. I'm sorry. I have to.
See,
No.
we're not.
Fuck out of here.
I don't think
You know
it
what I'm
was
saying? Does
mistake.
that person name similar to yours?
No.
No.
Exactly.
It wasn't a mistake.
Thank you.
It wasn't no
Keep
mistake.
going.
Okay, so I want to bring this
Sounds
up
good.
because I really feel like, you know, we are free here, and you know, it's 2018, and we can talk freely about sex, and you know, hash it out, come to some type of understanding, communicate better about it, so that we can all please each other. Not all at the same time, but you know, we can try to be more pleasing to our partners and who we're dealing with right now. But I say all that to say, you know, the Me Too movement is relevant. It's important for women who have been violated in different ways, you know, to be able to have a voice, to speak out. Me not having ever been molested or raped, I cannot be insensitive to someone who's been through that. So I always want to say that because I don't know what it feels like. But we have to look at each situation individually, I think. I don't think it's something that we can lump into one story and it apply to everybody, because it doesn't. You have to think at the time that a lot of men grew up, they were taught that it's okay, that women are objects, that we belong to men, and this is what they were conditioned to believe. So at the time that they're doing it, they didn't think there was anything wrong with it because women weren't as independent and outspoken. The feminist movement, I mean, you know, we've had the feminist movement for a long time. But I say all that to say that, you know, we can't just claim somebody is guilty of something, although it might be inappropriate. You know, okay, is saying something wrong? Is texting someone wrong? If you text someone something and they respond to you that they're not comfortable with that, and then you do it again, that's inappropriate.
I agree with that.
I mean, no means no across the board.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if you are in a work situations are very comfortable at times, right? So people are laughing and joking about something. A man might say something to a woman that he does not realize is offensive to her. If she does not let that be known that it's
Doesn't
offensive,
create the boundary.
She has to create the boundary.
Agreed.
He's gonna keep overstepping the boundary
Agreed.
because he
Right.
doesn't know that there is a boundary.
But there are a
Right.
lot of people out here that are forcing this Me Too stuff, and that's the part or situation that bothers me. And I'm talking about these Bill Cosby situations. I'm talking about these Weinstein situations where I benefited your career for you dropping them drawers or taking these motherfucking pills. And maybe your career didn't work out for you or whatever, and now you feel bad. Like, no one forced you. And I'm not being insensitive. What I'm saying is, like, I brought a proposition to you, you accepted. Just
in
like
what capacity? Like, so if I'm going out with you and you put something in my drink, I didn't accept that.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like for the movie guy.
The casting couch.
Yeah, I mean the casting couch. You're here. I need my balls juggled. I need whatever
And this is
situation
what I
may
wanna
be,
do.
and I'll get you this role.
And
And
that
you
was an
do
agreement.
it.
Right.
And you do it, and you got the role. Like Angelina Jolie, she's multimillionaire. Kate Beckinsale, multimillionaire. All these individuals that came out, it benefited your career. So I'm not hearing this Me Too. I'm talking about these individuals where, they were forced to.
Right.
Not you made a choice.
Well, okay, so you make a choice today that you decide a month from now or a couple of months from now that it wasn't the best choice. Are you able to go back and say, I didn't make a good choice?
That's just
You can say I didn't make a
not
good
making
choice,
a good choice, but you
Right.
can't say
But you
was
still
violated.
made that
Right.
choice. No
Right.
one no one put a gun to your head. No one say, "Listen, I'm gonna do something to your children."
A lot of people
your
come
parents.
back and say they were pressured, even though they agree.
No,
Just
yeah.
like people
No,
that
yeah.
confess
Yeah,
in
no,
the,
I
in the
can,
interrogation room, and they say, "Oh, I was pressured into signing a confession."
Nigga, I ain't do it. We could be here 12 hours.
Yeah, but we've seen that
I don't
happen
care
a lot
about
of
sleep. I'm
times.
good. We could keep talking. But I
I've
understand what you're talking
had
about.
people tell me in certain situations where they felt like they were in situations that they wouldn't have been able to get out of unless they consented to a situation.
Right.
Right.
I think when we think about like rape and things like that, we always think of it as like a stranger and
absolutely,
you're getting
yeah.
beaten and you're
Always
fearful for your
violent.
life.
Yeah.
and
Someone
it's
close,
violence
majority
and
of
things
the
like
time.
that.
Manipulation
But
a lot
but
of
it doesn't
times.
always have to be that because you could be raped by your boyfriend or your husband. Just they think that because you're their girl and you say no,
How you say husband?
because you could still be raped in
How?
because if you say no, no is no. If I say no, it doesn't matter if we're married or not. If I tell you no, I just don't want to have sex.
But if you
feel like you're gonna still try to
is he
take,
really raping you, or he's just not listening to you say no?
but
and
what's
he
the
wants-
difference then?
Because I think that when it comes to your
See her
husband,
face.
It doesn't
think
matter.
like, no,
I
I'm
don't
saying-
feel like it matters.
Like,
He's the type of woman that would say no, meaning yes. But you're saying
I
no.
wouldn't even-
I've
Say
had
no to
friends.
me,
I've had
yes.
clients. Not even friends. I have clients that come to me and tell me that they've been raped by their boyfriends.
No, I understand that, boy. I'm
Like-
talking like marriage, because I always say like marriage is to me a little different.
Marriage is
You
a
take
little
that
different, I think.
sacred situation.
I already had somebody tell me they've been raped by their husband though.
but if he wasn't violent, like if you're laying down and you're watching
Well, no, I
TV, and
understand
your
what you're saying.
husband
She's
says,
saying she doesn't want to do it.
No,
and
it's not
she
a
feels-
consensual thing.
But
Now you're
it's-
doing it because you
But
don't
I
really
think
want
that
to.
rape is the best word to use for that.
That's because
Taking
we're
pussy is
only
taking
taught.
pussy.
Yes, because that's because we're only
But
taught that
you
it's
gonna
a stigma
call
of it being
the cops
a.
on your husband
Well,
because he turned over and stuck it in when you didn't feel like
Well, I
it.
mean, that can never happen.
But that's what
No,
I'm
not
saying.
saying-
It should never be a blanket situation. If your husband choked you out and beat you
No,
up,
and that's the thing because it doesn't have to be that.
it doesn't
Everybody
have to be
feels like
violent,
rape
but I
is a
just feel
violent
like if
situation.
that's your husband. give
I
it
understand
to
what
him.
both of you ladies are
Somebody-
talking about because
but you're
there are
speaking from
some.
somebody has never been in a situation.
Well,
I'm
I've
speaking
gotten
from
it taken from me before, and
Well,
I
you look
didn't-
like you like that shit.
I've gotten it taken. It wasn't that
like
bad.
nigga, no, you can't have it. And then look at him, nigga, you still standing there? Take this shit. But I'm just saying more lines of
No,
like.
It can be a peer
Every
pressure
situation is
I
different.
think so.
Like I always say, mental abuse is far worse than physical. Bones,
Right.
bruises heal. Mental, that shit sticks with you. Especially a person that knows how to press your buttons.
Mm-hmm.
And they know that there are certain things about you that will get you at a certain point.
Yeah,
and
when
they'll
they
take
know
there.
you in that capacity, they can
Right.
manipulate you.
Right. So let's take it to where E is going with this.
Yeah.
We have, if I'm pronouncing his name, C.J. Anderson, Lewis, or whatever the fuck his name is.
C.K. Lewis.
C.K. Lewis, comedian who was hit with people coming out saying that they felt uncomfortable about him, what he would do. I'm not sure in that particular instance, but what he would do is he would like to pull himself out and masturbate in front of the individuals that he did this to.
Every comedy segment, that was a part of his segment?
Well, no, it wasn't his segment. Like, the people that had... Because he did a lot of TV shows. He's been a writer. He's done a lot of things. He's been doing a lot of things, especially behind the scenes and stuff like that. He would like to expose himself in front of the women and masturbate. I think comedians always have the darkest situation. Look at Robin Williams. A lot of these comedians have a lot of dark because they spend their entire lives making other people laugh on their misery.
Right.
And it's not easy for them to deal with
Never really a
lives.
genuine laugh.
Right. It's easy for them to deal with a lot of different situations they did. I mean, look at Richard Pryor. He tried to kill himself. You know what I mean? And he's one of the funniest comedians. And this gentleman is funny to a lot of people also. And I think he's pretty funny also. The fact that, you still had to release yourself in that manner.
Because people don't know how to deal with certain urges that they have. And if you're able to do that and get away with there's some producer they said used to walk around his office butt naked. And he got away with it for so long. And that's what I'm saying. It's conditioning. And then you got to throw in substances. If I put something in your drink and I'm already high off something else, do I really know what I'm doing at the time? There's crimes of passion. There's driving under the influence. That means that you're doing something that you wouldn't normally do if you were in your right state of mind at the time. And I'm not making excuses for it.
So you feel like he's under the influence when he decides to...
No, I just think that this is just a person that gets off at different things. But again, I don't feel sorry for the people who knew what they were walking into. And because you're in the industry,
humor and things like that,
behind the scenes,
I guess,
acting, producer, stuff like that. Word travels, and there are people that know that this particular person is a particular what's his name? He gonna try to fuck you. You know what I mean? Or he gonna like you.
Right.
You know what I mean? He gonna try to proposition you, whatever.
Give you the heads up.
Right. So my thing is, you walking into that situation
after knowing.
Now, I'm not saying it's still right or it's wrong, but if I know me putting my hand on this fucking hot-ass flame is going to burn me, can I really be mad at the flame after I got burnt? There are other ways for you to get your career off. Yeah, it may take a little longer, but if you take that time and effort to do it, it'll pay off. If you just want that hot, quick fix and walk into that situation, this is the type of person that person's attracted to. And it's not just women, because Terry Crews, this big-ass linebacker, nigga was like, let me touch your dick.
It's power. It's not about sex. It's about control.
But that is sexual release for those people.
Because they have the power to do anything they want to do.
Right.
And they take it too far because they get away with this and now they want to get away with that.
Right.
So it becomes, can it turn into a chemical imbalance? Can it turn into you delusional about what's really appropriate and what's not? Is it mental illness? So that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, my thing is every situation should be treated differently. There's different variables and factors that go into it. We can't just lump it up and say somebody, just like the little black boy the other day who the white woman was in the store and his backpack brushed past her ass and she called the cops and said, this little boy grabbed my ass, call the police. If there wasn't a surveillance video showing that he clearly did not touch that woman, he'd be labeled and they might have locked this little boy up.
Well, to women, to the woman, it was a situation.
Didn't she say that she was a cop too?
Well, I didn't hear about the story, but I'm saying if someone if you feel something brush up on you, and I'm saying if she saw the books act, she still tried to do it, then yeah, that's totally wrong.
No, yeah.
But if she was brushed up on, she really thought it was a butt, then I understand. But then, as long as she apologized after she saw the video, if she didn't apologize and she still kept it.
She went too hard for him to accept her apology.
Yeah.
Like
she
it's
called
like a
the cops.
6-year-old
The little
boy.
started
He's crying. His sister's
was
crying.
there. His
like,
mother was there.
What I'm saying again, if the brush up, if she really thought it was a hand, you know what I mean, compared to she
hand
knowing
is
it
gonna
wasn't a hand.
Squeeze your butt.
Nobody just wanna be like-
is gonna brush past you. Like there's a difference. You're not gonna. You could feel an object.
It's a fucking like
It's a
6-year-old boy.
backpack.
Like
Oh, he was a
doesn't-
little kid.
kid, a little
Yes, and she
little
called the
boy
cops.
like
That bitch
second
sexually
grader.
frustrated. Her husband ain't fucked
You
her at
wish
6
somebody
years.
was touching
Right.
your ass.
Actually, I'm sorry. Her husband fucking her sister. That's what's happening there because her sister actually looks better.
So I want to wrap up. I'm
let's
gonna
wrap this
say
up.
the pros are, okay, so if you're conditioned, you're under a substance, your mindset is off. Females, we do have to set some boundaries and take some responsibility. There are some people that are totally lying and exaggerating. On the flip side, this guy chose to make those inappropriate gestures, and now he's complaining, it's cost him a lot of money and affecting his family. Those are the consequences that you face when you do that. So I
Cause and
think,
effect.
it's balancing out. If you think that you're going to get away with doing that, at the end of the day, you have to own up to what you're doing. And women out here, we have to take some responsibility for the way we carry ourselves.
Yeah, because he wasn't even acknowledging the fact that he was having these accusations until recently.
I mean, it wasn't the fact he didn't acknowledge it. Was a
I
lot of
guess in his
people were
stand-up.
forced. Well, a lot of people were forced to because of this whole Me Too movement, which is a wonderful thing because there are a lot of people out there being taken advantage. So if this didn't come out, these people would still be doing these things behind closed doors.
Right.
And now that you got caught, I'm sorry. You wasn't sorry when you was doing this, skeeting on that rug,
True.
looking at this chick comb her motherfucking hair.
On the next note.
Next note. Regine. This bitch get on my fucking nerves. All right.
Well, you have to, and again, she's conditioned. Her mother
Yeah,
and
their
father,
parents
she
brought her
grew
up
up rich. What do
privileged.
you expect her to do? She has no idea about a real struggle
At
in
all.
life. And she's delusional because one day she's going to have to face reality in some regard.
Right.
And,
But she's going to face it. It's going to break her fucking heart.
Yeah, she's not going to be able to handle it. And
Realize
that's
that
why her mother
mama
doesn't
knows
want her.
best.
Her mother doesn't
Yeah,
want
I
her
don't know about
dating
all that shit.
a
Well,
rapper.
as
Mother
far
dealt
as
with the same situation.
when
that's why
mama
she-
been
I
through
mean,
something, she don't want her daughter to
exactly.
follow behind her
Well, I
footsteps.
mean, it's not
she's
about
saying it without
following. It's
experience.
let your daughter know. All right, we're talking about the story where she does not want her daughter to date a rapper she's dating now who happens to be an older individual. Just to give you a little back on it. I say this. You warn your child. And we've all been young, and our parents told us not to do something, and we did it because our parents told us not to fucking do it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I say if you pull your daughter to the side, all right, look what I did. Look at your father. Look at the situations we've been through. I'm just telling you to look for those warning signs and be wary of the situation so you know what to look out for.
Right.
Not to just tell your child not to do it, and sure enough, that's what the fuck she did.
I mean, because you just telling her not to do it without an explanation
No, she
make
can't put an
entices. No, I know, but I'm just saying, like when a parent tells a child not to do something without a clear explanation, it makes them want to go and do it
Even
more.
more.
Right.
You know, so I mean, I feel like I don't really have to go through the fire and get burnt to see what the results are going to be. If I can see that my parents, I'm trying to see things from a bigger picture. If I'm mature enough to see that my parents, went through this, that, and the third, I'm going to try and do my best to not have to follow my mom's footsteps.
Right.
Like, work
It's the
smarter and not
approach.
harder. Like,
All right,
It's the way they approach the situation to try to deter you. You can't just say, don't do it.
Right.
You can't do
That's
that.
not
You
good
have
enough
to
because
give
now I'm
her
going to go do it
Well,
because you're not
actually,
giving me
right.
enough
Me too.
information.
So you ladies have an issue with the fact that like she's 18, 19, he's 20-something with multiple kids?
that
Your face
is-
said hell yeah.
that is something to me. Like, what are your intentions with my daughter at 18 and you're 27 and like you have
Like
4
she's
kids?
still young. She don't need the vaginal cleaning right now because that shit's so tight.
What are your intentions? Like, what are you looking
Skeet,
for?
skeet
A
is his
stepmom, a
intentions.
babysitter? Like, what?
I feel you on that one. What you got, E? We got to move on.
Well, she says that he's
As a mom, especially, like-
right. He's 27. YFN Lucci is 27. Regine is 18. So that's a big age difference right there. He has 4 children. So she's like, "Are you ready to be a stepmom at 18 years
And she's
old?"
not even thinking about that.
How old is his kids? Do we know?
I was about to say.
I'm about to say they're going into call ups together and
Yeah, like
shit.
how-
Right.
Right? Like, are you old enough to be my sister? Like,
Yeah.
'cause I don't
Well,
know.
I mean,
It's just a little weird.
that's a difficult situation, definitely, because when you're dating someone with kids, you're still
I
taking
feel
on
like
that
it's
mother
an
father
advantage
role.
for him. He's doing it for some type of advantage because, like, what do you have in common
Yeah,
with an
what is he-
18-year-old?
I think
You're on your way to. You should be dating somebody
Where
that's 30.
his kids
Like-
and her are watching the same TV show, so that's what they
Right.
got together. Like, I understand.
I
couldn't
think
help
that
myself.
it's not, the rapper issue brings a whole nother element. It's
Yeah.
because she talked about how at 15 she was with Lil Wayne, she's in the clubs, she's,
She needs to sit on the
Traveling,
pot.
going everywhere.
You're
all
wrong,
that.
Little, for that one. But,
But
go
at
ahead.
the end of the day, any man who's 27 dating an 18-year-old when he has kids and, he's expecting this little girl to... He wants control over
I was
her.
about to
It's
say, it's a
obvious that he just
superiority
wants-
type of
I will say
thing.
this. I think that's the way it's supposed
A
to
yes
be.
woman.
I'm not saying that big of a difference, but I think the man is supposed to be over because the man is supposed to teach the woman the proper ways of life. I shout out Irv Gotti's girlfriend at the time. I don't know if they're still together.
That's
but
only
she-
if they've been
she-
taught the
what I'm
proper
saying,
way of
she
life.
was
I was gonna
she was
say,
super young.
You can't lead somebody if you.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
Never been
That's
led.
the problem.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Guys
If
wanna-
you're leading, if you're doing it for the right reasons, not just doing it because you can take advantage. I'm talking about you're really teaching this person, man or woman, about life, about how to balance a checkbook, how to walk, how to talk, how to carry yourself.
He probably
If
barely
these
knows how to
individuals-
balance a
Right.
check.
Well, I'm saying if that's what's being done, then I'm for it. If it's just an older person dating a younger person just to be that vantage stuff, then yeah, I'm against that. But I think it should be you should be taught. I think a younger guy, because my cousin, he was young and he wound up dating his mother's friend, and she did teach him a lot. And it helped him as far as life.
I feel like if he didn't have a rap career, maybe it would be a little more like he doesn't have an ultimatum. But like it just feels like he has
sit
an
on the
ultimatum.
pot. All right.
It feels like
Little
he
wrong
has
for
some
that.
type of ultimatum being that her father is Lil Wayne and he's a rapper and it just
Right.
maybe it can give him some type of leverage in his career. Like I don't know.
I will see.
Yeah, but then again, he's probably mentally not 27.
Right,
and
that
that's
too.
that's another
Because
thing.
the average woman is more mature than the man anyway.
Right.
I think that shit changed a long time ago.
Unfortunately.
That shit changed. These younger women are fucking horrid.
Speaking
Well,
of
I wasn't.
rappers,
It didn't change in my generation.
All right, rapid fire rappers.
speaking of to get the strap man himself, he has a problem now with
Being a
Michael K.
bully.
Williams. Of course, he's a bully, and you can only shoot certain people. If you shoot somebody that's down with 50, then get the strap applies
Or
to you
get
all
strapped.
the way. You know what I mean?
1 second. E, 1 second.
Get the strap
Hold
or
on for a
get
second.
strapped.
All right, when Goddess came back, she was like, I feel he's clout chasing, which you lady said. As I say for now, he's Lil Wayne's daughter. She goes on to say she's never even heard of this person
Me neither.
before he started dating Rajane. So I think, it is helping his career and exposure. So I agree with you also. I agree with the ladies were saying. All right, back to 50 and Michael.
Well, Jimmy Henchman, we all know, he's locked up for shooting one of 50's colleagues, friends, associates, whatever the case is. And Michael K. Williams happens to be either a friend or supporter or, someone who doesn't have a personal problem with Jimmy Henchman. But because 50 has a problem with him, anybody that 50 has a problem with, the whole world is supposed to have a problem with too. So now he's calling him a punk.
I mean, I'm shocked it took this long for someone to attack him on that stage. Watching The Wire, where he played the homosexual gangster,
Oh, you gay.
Yeah.
I thought he was really a gay person. Like,
Yeah, he did that too.
because that's just like, that's what I'm saying.
Well, they
The-
say when you do
the whole
when you do a
tongue
part too well, you're just a
kissing.
good actor. I don't know.
Well, I mean, look at the Brokeback Mountain shit, which I will never fucking see in my life. Where you had two guys who were heterosexuals, you know what I mean, and they, kissing and rubbing and.
well,
you
are
know,
they really heterosexual then?
No, I mean, that's just to me like two. That's similar to me. Two guys letting a girl give them head and they rubbing swords. Like that's some gay shit. I was saying, I thought he really was gay, and I had no problem with it. I just thought, He was,
they're
you know,
not-
that was
they're
a
not
great
gay?
character. He claims he's not. So, you know what I mean? Obviously, 50's going to attack something because no one ever really came out before and mentioned anything, whether it's because he does have street cred. They don't want that blowback. And 50, that dude, come at me, I'm going to come back at you. A la Hamo, who shot him and then got shot and then died. So 50's that type of dude. I don't give a fuck. And he's attacking him on that. He's posting the pictures of the guy who was his girlfriend in Wire, where he was with the wig and he had the female makeup and they hugging up and shit. So yeah, he's gonna get attacked.
I was just in the Wire too last weekend, all in Baltimore, and I went to this restaurant that had him all in it, all on the walls and stuff. Some famous seafood restaurant had him all on the walls.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Shots fired. All right. So, this feud is going to continue. We know with 50 go at somebody, go at some hard. And Michael's not backing down. So these two individuals are going to keep going at it. And as we get more, we're going to get
He's
more.
like, I'm going to show you I ain't gay.
Right.
I don't know, because I know, like,
Shut up.
especially, real talk, especially one of the most gay feared are Jamaicans.
Batty
And
boy.
in Jamaica, there was one of the most feared killers was gay. In Jamaica, I forgot his
That's
name.
why his ass was a killer.
But he was one of the most feared
He
people
was
in
mad.
Jamaica, and he was gay. But there are a lot of individuals, and for you, if that's your cup of tea, it's your cup of tea.
Yeah, like, whatever.
As long as you ain't try to touch my leg, we good. But other than that, it is what it is. But these two are gonna continue beefing. It is gonna happen. And someone in the chat, Little was like Cassidy, and since they mentioned it,
Yes.
bring us on me.
All right. So, I have a personal feeling towards this story. You spend a lot of time with someone and then you expect something out of it. You're not going to be with somebody for 11 years and just be okay with them feeling that you're 32 now, you're too old. She was 21, Cassie was 21 when she started seeing Diddy. And now she's 32 and he's with a girl who's 26.
Yeah, like how... That's a smack in the face.
It definitely is.
You look at it from this way. How you get him is how you lose him. To a certain extent, like, if you're the side chick and then he wifes you, or side dude, and you get wifed, and then that person does the same thing to you that you did. You can't be shocked.
Who did he do it to?
He's always did it younger women.
I think
soon as Porter got a
Diddy's-
little older, he started
I
messing with
think
somebody
Diddy's
younger.
issue is that he doesn't like a woman to outshine him or grow past him. And
Right.
it doesn't have to be material. It could be in self-development, spiritually, or whatever. As soon as he feel like he doesn't have that upper authority in one area of his life, you got to go. And now I got to
Right.
get somebody else that's going to submit to me the way I need them to.
I feel what you're saying, but I give her credit to a certain extent. She really pulled back her career once she started dating him. She did a movie with the guy from 106 Park. She was doing a lot of things. She was this little sexy, talented, skillful, naked pictures, pretty vagina, young lady, and he pounced on it. And she stopped doing her career as far as acting and
But she
music.
started, I think lately she's been getting a lot
Well,
of
she's
shine,
seen the writing on the
that's
wall.
why-
She's seen the writing on the
she
wall.
did she come up in these 11 years of her being with him, or was
She's
it a
benefited
setback?
from it. Obviously, Diddy's always been a guy who took care of his
But
women.
would she feel like she could have been further?
Right.
She's still a baby. You know what I'm saying? She's only 32.
But 11 years is a
That's
long
11
time.
years of
In
your
11
life.
years,
Well, she
you're-
benefited
like
out
I
of these
said,
11
when
years.
you're dealing with a male, especially, they know what they want from the first time of them going on a date with you. So her being in this relationship for 11 years, she had some high hopes of marriage or being with this person long term for the rest of her life. So that was just cut like.
Do you think she thought of marriage? Because a
I
lot of
think
times
so.
you feel a lot of
I
people.
think she was
Why would she
I
stick
think she was
around
hopeful
be with
that
for that
eventually
amount of
11
time?
years. Like, well, I mean,
What,
I was
has he
well,
married?
Gonna marry
He's never
me.
married anybody. baby mothers or not.
But-
So if a person
Well,
is
what was
showing
his
you
longest relationship?
was
I mean,
Porter
he was a
off
high
and on.
school. His first son, Justin, with I can't think of her name right now.
Transgender cat. Okay, I understand what you're saying. Right.
I can't. Her name is on tip of my tongue. But the first girlfriend that he was with when he was on the come up, they had Justin, and they were high school sweethearts. So it's kind of like, okay, you don't expect that to work and that to last.
Well, I mean, a lot of times it does, but a lot of times what happens is where there's a lot of men who can't control themselves, or they're not husband or boyfriend, or ladies aren't wifey material. And unfortunately, you have to look and realize who you're dating.
So why string her along for 11 years?
How did he say he string her along? He treated her like a queen.
She probably still felt strung along because she didn't
hit
get
with
what
all
she
gifts.
wanted. It's not about that. It's not about
11 years? You ain't
It's
getting
not
what you
about-
want. Then you deserve what the fuck you got. 11
I
years?
understand that, but it's not about just about the material. That's not
That
what
comes with the territory of being with him anyway. So
right. I should be getting that regardless.
What did they say?
There's a Puffy had on the pot. You started this whole pot
Well,
thing.
Puffy need that. Maybe no. That's the thing. Maybe she needed to be on the pot. Maybe I needed to help her steam her vagina.
Tight as hell.
Too tight for him to not want to be with her no more. And get a 26-year-old who's probably tighter.
I don't know if she would have stayed on it. Maybe it would have stayed. But no, I mean you're dealing with someone.
Hit me up, Cassidy. I got you, girl.
You're dealing with someone that has pushed people to the side regularly. He dealt with them for a little bit. He pushed them aside. I think 11 years is the longest. I mean, even him and Porter was off and on, so it wasn't like it was consistent. So she had it, and then whatever they had, it left. And you can tell the writing was on the wall because all of a sudden she starts reaching out again. She starts doing it. She started doing that. So you saw it coming for a while. I guess she was just preparing herself so she doesn't, fall back or start from the bottom.
I feel it. So they've only been broken up for how long?
Recently, I think a couple of months.
So I don't even think it was months. Yeah. So for you to have moved on,
they came out recently, but they've been. When things aren't working out.
You've moved on so quick. How do I feel like you wasn't moving on in your mind before you physically
people kill
moved
me.
on?
People always know when the relationship over. They just fight it. Well, get out of here with that. You know when shit ain't working in a relationship.
Know that it's not working. That doesn't mean that you know it's over.
Right. You might want to still try to salvage
the relationship.
Stop lying to yourselves, people. No. You know when your relationship is fucking over.
A lot of men will make you think that they're okay and there's not.
If a person ain't doing what they did before, it's fucking over.
They can still do what they
so
were
what you
doing
trying to say?
I'm serious.
What you saying?
A person to show you when the relationship is over. It's just you choose to agree or block it.
They should tell you because if they don't show you.
What I told you about earlier, words don't mean shit. It's what you show me.
If you know that you're not into this person, do not continue to lead them and be with them. Why lead them until you get something else?
Because we're still worried about what someone else is fucking showing us. Fuck that. I mean, telling us. Fuck. I'm just going with what you show me. You tell me you love me. You're telling you care about me, but we ain't doing the things we used to do. We're not spending time. We're not having sex. I'm not getting gifts.
I'm sure they were still having sex, and she was.
Well, I'm just saying there are things in a relationship that doesn't happen.
Listen, a lot of guys will put a lot of thought into how he could up under your feet. They will not. They're in the back of their mind. They know that they're not going to be with you, and they keep stringing you along.
They string you along. Nobody strings nobody along.
Especially if what's between her legs is good, they're gonna keep stringing you along for that.
Listen, if a person's still just with you when that nigga get horny, or when it's that time of the month, because you know when your man is horny, you've been with a person for a long time. You know if you put something on that turns them on or whatever situation may be. If they're only around for that situation, we see shit coming, and it happens to women, it happens to men, it happened to me. You see the writing on the fucking wall. It's just if you chose to ignore it and you put the blinders.
Peaks and valleys. You have time.
Right, but if someone's fighting with you for it, we're sitting down, we're still conversing, we're still trying to work things out. That's a person fighting for their relationship. Where the communication, all that shit stop, nigga, that shit is over. That shit is done. It's a wrap. You just didn't realize, like we talked about before, those individuals who are in a relationship with themselves, because that shit been over.
Well, it happens to be a wrap for Chicks and Flicks for tonight.
Absolutely. You're in a relationship by your motherfucking self.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome. We'll bring you back because we want to see what the doctor say.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to tell you all
And we
about
want to see
the
what
doctor
E with
visit.
this pot, and we're going to bring the
Yeah.
guy in that E called for the pot.
Yeah.
Shout out to
tell
y'all.
him how it was.
Peace out,
you.
y'all. Thank you for all the new followers. Thank you for new people. We do this regularly Saturday, Friday nights. So continue to come back. We have other shows and other things. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
Peace.